Tina can ask my yamu. And yes, I know money. Emuaye yo. And you love family. Emuaye yo.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I couldn't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I forget now ya to money. That's the baby, and I forget it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grand bazaar.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talking about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and out of the globe. Qualified people who waiting to sell. The flesh, the time, and the efforts are rare. The broadcast we giving are real and I promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from River Sass, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Monserrat, San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
For a long time.
For a very long time.
Yeah, so how was things doing President Weah Town?
It was smoothly moving up, small, but for now, shit. As you can see, since the morning, we never even sell one customer.
So 20 cents this morning, and then nobody has bought anything for you here.
Yes. Police can take your money. They expect you to free, you know.
Okay.
Since the morning, nobody number. So how you free? You leader, I already get taking your money.
Wow. So now, we prefer President Weah coming back?
Oh yes, I'm a United Party soon.
Yes. But now if election is here today,
I will vote President Weah.
President Weah?
Yes.
So you are United Partisan?
Yes, because of what's going on now. We're really getting on shit, yes.
The economic condition is not better?
Oh, yes.
Okay, your name again?
I'm not Jay Kamara.
I'm not Jay Kamara.
Yeah.
Thanks for having you. So man, how everything? How's the country with you now?
The country too hard, not allowed to eat my son. The country hard.
Wow.
Can you imagine? My children coming dre. The old shoe that on the bed I take from there. Doing joy time. Yeah? I will buy different things. I will come at shopping. I buy different things. But the old shoe, yeah. I come from breaking it now. I'm going to put it on the green tray. So tell me now, what the facility now that will go on in the country? It's too hard.
So you saying that what you were promised by the Joseph Yuma Baka government, that is not what you
nothing. I'm not saying nothing working. Nothing working, brother. I will not lie to you.
So what do you prefer now? Will you prefer Judge Mano we are coming back?
I say I prefer 100 times. You know what I will tell you? My chicken, my dog, everything waiting. Nah.
Everything waiting.
I say everything waiting to vote for Dawia.
Wow.
Yes, because I know the interest are in him, and I know that God sent him.
God sent him.
Yeah, God sent him.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So how is business going? How's business?
The business is not really improving.
So now you've been selling here for over some years, and so during the regime of Josh Mano Weah, and as compared to now under President Joseph Yuma Baka, how can you compare business?
You can't compare it because I can remember 2017 when Joe Weah become president for Labrador. As of the time I start making money on my own. I even bought Lendy. But anytime the party people come in power, something very hard. As you can see me, this is not my body. Things are hard. Yeah, so from the economic situation, the economic situation for presently, this regime is very hard.
It's very hard.
It's very hard.
So it was quite better doing Josh Mano
Joe Weah time now.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you are grading the two government, who will you grade higher past them first?
I will grade Joram government 100% and this government 10%.
Okay, thank you so much. Your name again?
I'm James Fire.
James Fire. Thank you. So how is business going?
Thank God, my man, you know now.
So you said
And indeed, thank God, yes, business is moving the way the business is supposed to move. Oh no, I think I will still get this video queue for those of you, all our people. You know, these are life. But folks, again, it's better late than never, and that's the beauty of life. But the better late than never. That I was thinking that my colleague or my teammate or Steve Bore or Mose going to start up with the show, but from what I've seen, there's like, yeah. So anyway, how be it? Today is Saturday, the what? Happen to be the 17th of May. Wow, that's great. The month of May is gradually moving, and I don't even know how to really describe it, but the month of May is moving with speed. May, you can't just come like that. You want to leave us like that, you know? Yeah, let me be frank, I'm not happy at all. Yeah, so people, let's share the show. Those of you who join joining, you know, as usual, Saturday will always be great. So many things to talk about. The duplex and allegedly though, before you know, according to some unconfirmed reports and so forth. Now there's about time that the fact checkers, those of you who are fact checkers, you know, yeah, this country of ours is just so interesting. When you talk, they say, oh, maybe they want to talk. Oh, maybe they want to criticize other people. Fact checkers, those of you who are fact checkers, you run with things that are not even necessary. Now it's about time to go and check the duplex that the president is building, allegedly that whether it's true or not. In less than 24 hours by now, you're supposed to come on now with your own reports and tell us that yes, whether it's true or not. Or you will sleep. Then what kind of thing you doing? What kind of fact checking are you doing? All of the fact checking is only against people who are talking, who are tough talking. That's dropping very, you know, but I'm not here for that. I know some of you look at some of our posts, you tell me the way you want to tell me, and at the end of the day today, we stay here. We said this to you, and those of you who are fact, let me just pass through with this today. I've been mute, and I don't want to really talk about that because I look at people who are even representing the fact checkers and so forth, who claim to be fact checkers. Most of them, they are quote-unquote people who will know that hugely support some of the politicians. But again, that's not really matter. You know, I posted, in fact, I think that was either March or February, between the 7 lawmakers that went to court for their salaries and the benefit will be given to them, that indeed their colleagues have no right to hold their benefits, to hold their salaries and so forth. So when the court come up with that ruling that indeed the majority of lawmakers by them, they should appear before the court, or if I sorry, the Ministry of Finance should appear before the court to show reasons as to why they're holding the other lawmakers' salaries. After all, the December 6th ruling coming from the Supreme Court that indeed what happened with the majority of blood, the way they were proceeding was wrong. So I posted that the Table of Justice, or in fact, the High Court of Liberia, said that the Ministry of Finance should pay the 7 lawmakers whose salary has been withheld. Fast check on John with that thing and say, oh, I gave me leading information. You know, sometimes I feel sorry for people. The way some of you think, the way you do, God come and tell you that you're wrong. So what that simplify, what that mean? Even in your layman thinking, you don't got to get all of the master degrees and so forth before you can think the way you want to think. But again, they're wrong with that. Mark Zuckerberg send a lot of communication to me or your account. People reported your account. I want to check up our fast checker. I just look at them for long. I laugh as the ego. But anyway, that's the beauty of life. People are going to be checking behind you. So what in a communication that I posted that was wrong, that you make it look like Mayborn was lying, Mayborn was misleading the people, Mayborn was doing the what was that? But just because Mayborn is talking the way you're talking on the SKTV show. So because some of you who are part of the Fact Checkers Association, you feel that I'm not siding with your or maybe with your people. So you are angry. So you have nobody to report beside Melbourne. Today, there are a lot of information been coming out about this government. Even the quote unquote the former CEO of Noka just have a live Facebook post about government being receiving 2 million, 1 million, this million. Where are you, fast checkers? But anyway, Monk, my dear brother, good evening.
What's up, Devon? What's going on? Happy Saturday. The weekend is here, last day for the week. My last day on SKTV temporarily for the week.
Yeah,
in the week. So I will be gone for a very, I won't say very long time, but I will be gone for a while. And I will still be coming on once in a while when situation presents itself. But I'm going to appreciate you again for the hard work, for being here every day. You the most consistent guy I've ever came across in recent time. I must applaud you for your dedication, your hard work, and the entire staff at Truth FM, including the chairman himself. But it's good to be here. I just been watching the Crystal Palace and Man City again the FA Cup. I was so happy.
Yeah, that's a game myself. I'm watching when I've been receiving all the calls. Hey,
I love the underdog story. I love when people question your potential and then you come from the side, and it's the first time in their franchise history that they were able to win in a competition. So I'm very happy because Man City over the past 4 to 5 years, they have literally dominated English Premier League football with more than 13 or 14 trophies. So why not about a club that is yet to win a single trophy? I mean, I'm so happy for them. I give it up to them. And that's how life is. Sometimes you got to give it on.
Seriously, more. Let me also join you, man. Myself, I just felt too happy at our win because why? You know, some of the small club like we will call them. You know, so now they struggle a lot. These are people that somebody play. Yeah.
That one when you watch it, when you look at the stadium, or I would say more than 75% of the attendance or the attendees, they have a Crystal Palace gear. They had a jersey because everybody was rooting for Crystal Palace. Everybody wanted this underdog to really come in. I believe even the referee said he was on Crystal Palace side because you can't have one team just dominating the entire Premier League. They got money, they got fame, they got recognition. At least sometimes when you give the underdog a chance, it creates a sense of competitiveness in the league. So that's what we're rooting for today. I really wanted for Crystal Palace to take it, and as God could have it, they won it. So I'm happy. What's up, bro?
I like that. Seriously, man, dear, and I'm doing great. Thank God for life. It's just that there are so many things happening in our country. You know, whenever there are some social things happening, people they have their say, and also when there are some things happening, politics and so forth, Liberians have their own take on some of these things. But again, today is Saturday, like you said, my dear. You know, as usual, we come here on Saturday and we have our people informed about some of the things, but nothing major so far from the political scene, apart from the president retirement mansions of the fact the buildings that you're building in Foya, and that of the U.S. rate that also climb up now from 198, 199 to 200, and that also spark of mixed reactions because, mind you, Senator Davos Dillon, but then that of the rescuers, when the U.S. rate were around 169, 168, they were posting back to back and they're saying that the economy was terrible, it was bad, and so forth. So people are not asking a question as to where is our economy as we speak, because if yesterday you were criticizing our economy, right now, where is our economy? So, Monk, I think these are a few things that have been trending on the social media and also here in Liberia, but I don't know which story that maybe caught your attention.
There are a lot of things happening apart from the president or retirement home. The leaked video. I don't know if I'll call it a leaked video or some kind of investigative journalism or video. And if you said it right, the U.S. rate is one thing, and then there's revelation from the former NOCAL CEO. I don't know if you will have the time to play that video because people never really understood the full concept of the point she was driving at. But I will want for you to play that video. I think it's less than 8 minutes, and it's a weekend here, and we can poke hole through it to get the actual picture of the narrative she's trying to put out there, and our listening audience will have an opportunity to weigh in as well. But those things were the most important issue. You know, in Liberia, everything is political, and I keep telling people we don't have a political problem. We have an economic problem in Liberia, and once the economic fundamentals are not addressed, it doesn't matter who's in power, things will keep getting worse. That's what you're seeing right now, a weaker currency. And you know the economic impact when you have a weak currency. If you have a weak currency, it means you will be paying more. I mean, your currency value drop when it comes to your buying, your selling power. It's not a good thing, especially where you have people looking for job, not too many job opportunities, and have a weaker currency is a bad thing. You will be paying way more money. The value of the money will depreciate, and it won't be good for people who are just looking to make life on a day-by-day basis to make ends meet. It's a very tough thing when you have a weaker currency. So it will keep getting worse. I know there's no solution. Joseph Boakai cannot give an economic solution. I know that. I said it from the previous administration, including this administration. The fundamental problem facing Liberia right now is economic. Look, it talk about job, it talk about investment, it talk about creating opportunity and social mobility so that people can improve their life. And I know the past two leaders, whether you like it or not, I could care less, whether you're from the Unity Party or the CDC, those people are not capable of giving you the result that you want in Liberia when it comes to addressing the economic challenges of Liberia. So whether you get in 12 years or 18 years, nothing is going to change. They just don't know what to do. That's why I understand. So it's nothing new that you have an increase in currency. But like you said, it's all about the politics. They were posting back then and it was lower. Now it's even worse. And, the thing about this administration is, look, I'm not a fan of Georgia either, but I must give him some credit. For this old man that they claim came with wisdom and 42 years of experience, for this man to draw his own team, I think I gave the analogy on the show, right? You go into a Clasico, you got a match between Madrid and Barcelona, and the Madrid coach is telling you he got more experience, he got more trophy on his belt to beat Barcelona in the Clasico. So they tell you to go enjoy your team. If the Madrid coach is going to struggle to draw his own team, what makes you think he's capable of growing the field to give you results? That's what happened to Joseph Boakai. Look at the transition. From election day to inauguration day, that's a transition period. The way in which a president will hit the ground running, it gives you a sense as to his priority and things that he might be capable of doing. But look at the way Joseph Boakai struggled to form his own government, and you want me to believe that we'll get a better result? My brother, I'm not buying. But that's it. Let me stop there.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. I'll drink some water. Thank you. And yes, so again, Mark, you are quite correct. I'm looking for that video. It's 8 minutes, like you said. Sometimes when you pass through some of these things,
on my page, I posted on my wall. You see it.
Oh, okay, good, good. That's the video I was just looking for back to back. Yeah, sometimes we just pass through with these things. But Mark, you are quite correct. We live in a society today where when people are not in positions, they think that the other person who are there, maybe they are not performing, or maybe to the expectation of our people. But today, it's far differently. You just stated. Yesterday, like Senator Dawes used to say, the economy was in the toilet, it was this and that, and so forth. Today, where is our economy?
Economy is in the septic tank. The toilet, the toilet is in the house, but the septic tank is outside of the fence. Because when you bathe in the house, that where the waste go, all the waste, all the feces that go to the septic tank. So if the economy was in the toilet, I can guarantee you right now it's in the septic tank. That's all I can tell you.
Yes, Mark, and you are correct, because they are getting what they're supposed to get from the Liberian people. So they look here, and you're quite correct. Let me see how better to play the video from the former lawmaker, in fact, former CEO of NOCA, Mr. Suakoko Dennis. I don't know what happened to the internet, but let me see. I don't know. I'm getting some technical glitches, if I'm facing some technical glitches here. I don't know what's happening. I don't know from my end, but let me see how best to stop this video first and see as to what's going on. Mr. Kane, I'm seeing you, and because something is happening, I'm very confused. Good. but Mr. Kane, are you coming in like no? Because
I'm not the one.
Okay, I know you are not the one, but it's like it's even doing the same thing. So I don't know what but you can play that video for us, Mr. Kane, because I'm seeing what happening.
I don't know, something is going on. I don't know what you did, but I'm not saying anything right here. Let me see here. Wait, let me see what you do here.
Yeah, so good. Okay.
Yeah, the video
so you can play the video for us, please.
No, I don't have the video. You have to put the video in.
On Monk I think page. Just click on Monk page. Most definitely you will see it.
What the video is about?
I think it's about some information coming from the former local boss, alleging that they quote unquote they gave the rescue government I think 2 million to go for ya when the president was going for ya. I think that was working program where we saw Thomas Fathers and that the rest of the team they were at that time. I
You
don't know
guys
what it
gotta
was.
play that video for real. That video got so many revelations.
Yes,
It says a lot about
yes.
this government. And even questioning the integrity of the LACC, that's supposed to be a watchdog institution. And that girl, she well outspoken. She know how to make the case, and she explained in detail. Even though the video is very short, but she gave so many details in that video that just points a lot to this administration.
But the video is where?
Well, let me share it with you guys. On my wall, I put it on. I
If you
posted.
on your wall, I can get it from them on your wall right now. I'm seeing P Diddy stuff.
Yeah, just keep scrolling. A couple of days I posted, but let me share with you through your inbox.
Okay, I think I've seen it.
You'll see it from her. I'll tag you to it. Yeah.
The one show wonder shall never end.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it. Let me share it. Yeah, maybe you can go ahead and continue the conversation while I try to get that introduced.
All right, thank you, Mr. Kenneth. So those of you who just joining us, we want to say many thanks to all. Please share the show. Those of you I'm seeing Honorable George Bore, Robert Fasula, Jacqueline, good evening, Yumutu Asadu Mensa, James David, Edward Bushers, Samita Jinkin, and Morris Dukley. All of you, indeed, it's wonderful Saturday to be here this evening. And I know it's afternoon, or better say maybe it's in the morning. Yeah, Mr. Kenneth, you cannot go ahead.
Yeah, the video is here. You want me to play it? This is the video, right?
That's the video right there. I think
quiet for 4 months.
Okay.
February, March, April, May. This May made it 4 months when I was accused by social media, and I was called upon by the LACC, which I appreciated them for that. They should have done that because I was bombarded on social media. Bloggers, friends, people that I knew way back, they share these allegations. They share. And I think it went through the life and breath of this nation. There was call for suspension. I saw my suspension on social media. It was signed by the President of the Republic of Liberia. And I took the suspension. It said it was based on the board's recommendation. Even though I was never called by my board of directors, I was never subjected to any investigative panel for which they have probable cause to recommend my suspension. But I leave that for another day. So I avail myself to the LACC, and I made it quite simple in my belief, and I was represented, or I was accompanied by my lawyer. There were 3 counts: misuse of corporate social responsibility fund. I addressed that clearly. There were allegations that I had sponsored a Liberian citizen who won DV and gave $2,000 United States dollars, and that was corruption. And because the person they had a political ties to me. That was on the allegation. I'm not going through the investigation with LACC. That was on the allegations that spread on social media. And so my statement still remains my statement. And whether I call upon LACC to come up with a report, it doesn't change the report that they have, because we made statement, we submitted documents. It doesn't change that. And I was very blunt, and I said, yes, the corporate social responsibility, I went there and we are working on it to define it, because people keep pulling to the National Oil Company of Liberia for social needs and social help. I recall vividly, I said to them, we sent 2 million Liberian dollars to Lofa County when the president was going to Lofa County for women empowerment. We sent 2 million Liberian dollars at Magibi County for the UP Women Organization. We sent over 1 million Liberian dollars in Grand Cape Mount County. So why is it questionable to give a Liberian family $2,000 to help to go for foreign opportunity? So I said, I will not say much to that because I don't preside over the CSRO. The National Oil Company of Liberia is not a sole proprietorship, meaning the head of the company is not the Lord and Gospel. It's a public operations. They have levels, they have commands, the way you raise funding and it pass through the chains of command. You raise the memo, and I'm just the last person. So it gets to internal auditor, it gets to vice president of finance, it gets to controller, it gets to check rector. So there should be a lot of check made before it comes to the CEO. And once the vice president of finance sign, I'm of the conviction that it is well checked. So I check for minor stuff. And so I refer them to the vice president for administration, who's head of CSRO. And so my vice president of administration was called for CSRO because I don't deal with CSRO. I was asked on the issue about the procurement fraud, that it was Roman, that I just signed 500,000 United States dollar check in this poverty-stricken country and give it to a company and all lot of stuff about the company. And I said, okay, I refer you to the procurement committee. Luckily, I was out of the country. The vice president of finance was the first person who signed that project. And our project came after we lost the downstream operation to the LPRC. So I just didn't want to just be a CEO that would just travel and take pictures and just post on social media. I traveled to Japan, I traveled to London, I traveled to this for conference. So I thought it was, let's try something. And on the onshore of Liberia, with minimal resources, we raised almost 7 million United States dollars. And so I felt using $200,000 to initiate a scientific project was inconsequential to 7 million United States dollars. So I went in with a clean mind in a dirty workspace. I consider that. And so I refer the LCC to the relevant department. So go and ascertain. And LCC did call the department responsible because, again, the CEO of a company will not take a company from the street and sign check. It doesn't work that way. So that was done. The issue about the vehicle came. It was stated first that I purchased one vehicle for $75,000 against the policy. And I stated very clearly, in fact, I did not do that budget. I made the budget there with that $75,000 in the budget because I was appointed in February the 8th. The draft budget was already made and those figures were there. So there were minimal changes. And the board and the senior management signed the budget, apparently not cognizant of the 75,000 threshold. And like I said, I just didn't like the car for 75,000, so I could not get a car for 75,000 because we all did not know. However, when the issue was raised and I had issue with my staffers holding me a hostage 1 or 2 occasions because we had issued about one car, I decided to work within my approved line of vehicle. So I did tell LACC, yes, car was purchased, and I signed a check for a car. Yes, the car was purchased from this company, and I refer you to the people that did the work. So that was pretty simple and very easy, and LACC invited almost everybody that they felt was necessary to the investigation. And that was in a period of just a month in February. So I waited March, February, I waited March, I waited April, and I'm waiting in May, and it's bothering me. I need peace of mind, and I have a right to express myself that cannot be taken away from me. If I'm accused of a crime, as alleged, the LSCC has all right to go into the investigation because it's suspicious, which I do appreciate. I also have the right as an accused to be relieved if the investigation does not show that I am guilty. If the investigation shows LCC is not the final arbiter to this crisis, we have to be forwarded to the court. So I just came up to use this medium to appeal to the LSCC to fast track my report. I don't know how far my report is. I spoke to my lawyer. He promised me that he was doing a conference letter to the LSCC, and that has been over a month. And so I'm very relaxed. I'm very polite, and I made this analogy, and I said, 2017, I contested as a representative for Electoral District 4, and I had no clue about the NEC. And so if I can hold NEC in high esteem today, I was only doing an analogy. Maybe I could flag LSCC as one of the institutions to hold in high esteem. I've never dealt with LSCC. I've never been accused of anything criminal before in my entire life. I never went to a police station for criminal offense, maybe to go and help somebody, but I've never been accused of crime before. So it's a bit strange to me. So when I have my experience with the NEC in Liberia, people talk fallacy. Many people talk without proof. So I mean, imagine a young lady, I just won 2017 election, and my district is accessible. So by 10 o'clock, I already knew the result. I had my tally sheets, and I had 10,200 quiet for 4 months.
All right. I think we should transition from that video now to discuss what we heard. Yeah, so there were a lot of meat. There are a lot of meat, on
It
the
was
bone.
jam pack.
Yeah, whole thing to be unpacked. And I believe the audience, people are listening, and they actually, those who listen with some level of comprehension will understand.
Yep.
And those who come with a set mindset, kind of like a
Oh yeah.
mindset, they will stick to their gun. And I believe this lady, I am not a fan of her, owing to the fact that during the CPP crisis, most of the people that actually follow and supported Helen Costa and the Benina Ure group, the family organization called ALP, and she was a part of that. I didn't think she was a serious-minded person, and that's how all of them ran to the Unity Party during the election. But like she said, I think she has a right to a due process, and if somebody is accused of a crime and an investigation is launched, I think it's only fair to speed up the process and be clear. But what I've understood when it comes to this government, Joseph Boagai does not fire people directly.
Yep.
The guy does not even tell you resign.
Yeah.
He will not tell you, say you are suspended.
Yep.
And while you're suspended, he will go and replace you. That is not only unethical, it's cowardice, and it's not unifying at all. That is creating a lot of enemies. That's like leaving people character somehow blemish and questionable. And it's bad. It is really bad. So if you understand the lady clearly, she said, Jola Boagai, we spent $2 million on you just to go to Lofa. $2 million $2 million to another place, 1 million to another place. What is the problem? Even if I spend $2,000,
yeah, on someone I want a DV,
a Liberian person, do you know how many thousand your user backer spent traveling to all the country that you travel, including Texas and Atlanta, Georgia, and New York, with Liberian money, with no return on investment? You know how much money would you spend when you travel with Darrow to London? You know how much they get per day? Allowances? So to accuse somebody of taking $2,000 is just a way of finding anything just to remove her. Another point that caught in this whole conversation, she said, and I was shocked, that she was able to bring in about $7 million.
$7 million, yeah. After investing $500,000, so that you're talking about more than 600% return on investment.
Exactly. So if she spent $200,000 to get 7 million.
Yep.
I will ask, if there's a problem, I will ask Joseph Boakai to all other institutions in government, including the Water and Sewer Corporation, the LEC, all the other agencies and ministry, to make clear, their operating budget, the income, versus the investment. So this video only reveals how corrupt, how selfish the Unity Party is. They tried to do everything just to remove her and other people. And mind you, this lady had a serious problem with Stanley Witherspoon. The fight that was really, really intense, to the point where I personally tested Witherspoon not to, to stop attacking her, not to follow her, given what he has done in terms of being on the media. You can't subject yourself to certain fight. But it was serious. And at the time, you look back, Witherspoon were the one that actually had the ears of Joseph Nima Boakai and other government officials until they fell off. So what I'm trying to say here among is that Joseph Boakai government will remove you if they see you as a threat. They will remove you if they find any connection. You having any connection with other people who are not Unity Party, any other political party. They will remove you, even if you supported different political party in the past, and one of their party person will come and tell you, say, this person here, the ANC, used to be ANC before, they will remove you. Your person needs to be CDC before they will remove you. So the only qualification to be a unity, to work in the unity party government, you must be a unity party. Not only a unity party, you must also be a hypocrite and backbiter. You must be running your mouth behind the scene to gossip, to lie or other people that the only qualification to getting government position, which is very sad. But again, everything boils down to what you said earlier. Joseph Nima Boakai was not up to the task from the beginning. Before the election, he was not up to the task. After the election, he was not. And today, he is not. So no matter short, Joseph Boakai does not have the intellect, the mental fitness, the understanding of governance. He doesn't have the leverage to run a fitting government. As a result, he has become a robber. That's why they went ahead and put his signature on a stamp. It doesn't have to be there to sign. Once it's approved by his enablers, people that control him, once Joseph Boakai, once something is approved by them, all they do is to go and put Joseph Boakai's signature on it. And they will write something, they will rehearse one or two times, then he go stand behind the camera and read it. And when you finish reading it, no question. Because does he know what's going on? He's just reading. And, like something like AI, artificial intelligence, you can just write and put it in a computer will be reading it like somebody reading. So they know exactly Joseph Boakai was not capable, was not able. They know he was inapt, he was incompetent, and beyond all of that, he is incapacitated. They know that. But the country decided to go for him. So where we are right now, and which is very scary to me, it seems like the syndicate of the Unity Party, they are taking over the country. There's no opposition in the country presently. We're talking about not political parties, not political leaders, but citizens in the country. They are now opposition. They all accept and appreciate everything Joseph Boakai is doing. That has been proven. But what we saw in Nimba, it has been proven, but the impasse that we witnessed for the past 8 months in the country, Liberians could not get up and stand up for themselves and stand up for the country. Not even to stand up for the Constitution or the Supreme Court. So it means that Joseph Boakai will do what Joseph Boakai wants, United Party will do what United Party wants, and at the end of the day, they will introduce a hardcore dictatorial tendency in the country. At the end of the day, we'll have no government, we'll have no election. We will not have election just for the sake of having election, but the result will be noon before the election. And Joseph Boakai then and the Unity Party will control Liberia until the day Liberian people can get ready to remove them. That's all I have to say. Well, thank you, Mr. Kana. So quickly before we bring Muna on, I don't, Mark, you want to chip in on that quickly, but indeed, I made your Mr. Kana, even though Mr. Kana sound too interesting when he said that you have to if you want a job, as long you are associating yourself with other people, they will take the job until you become maybe prominent member of the Unity Party. Then more definitely they will give you the position. You're right. And this is the kind of content that we found ourselves in today, Mr. Conan, that until you got to sing that song, that in fact that you support the rescue government, no matter how the people proceed, whether you're proceeding well or not, I'm not even what you just pressing. That's it. And in fact, they will be able to incorporate you, or in fact to bring you board, or maybe on board, and in fact they will even want to even support you into anything that you want to do. Well, as long you stand up, as long you actually stand up and say no, I think the way our president is proceeding, then I mean you are not a citizen. Like for example, you are not that kind of good person, and in fact you are not good and this and that. They'll just say all of these things against you just because you are not supporting their quote unquote president, or maybe their or person that they bring to power. But again, Muna, good evening and welcome to the Saturday edition of the SKTV show. You look
Yeah,
too sharp,
thank
too sharp.
you. Thank you very much. It's good to be back here today. The 2 days, the weather didn't give me chance. Yeah. All right, frustrated at the weather. But anyway, it's good to be back here. I see you. How you doing, Mom? Our followers, supporters. Yeah, I'm good.
It looks like you transferred the weather thing to Steve. Steve be under the weather for 2 weeks now. Yeah. Even last night, my thoughts were getting killed. I said, tomorrow, I'll be on the show tomorrow. But then, today now reach now, remember, I think we don't got voice here.
And the man make me myself. I said, no, let me eat little 4-5 minutes of the time before I reach. Then maybe then the people feel setting up. Not new. I will wasting my own time.
maybe you okay, well, because last night I was feeling okay, but the day before yesterday, you couldn't even hear. Yeah, but
Wow.
anyway, so Mong, what we listen to right now, do you think Liberian will stand up for themselves at any point in time, anytime soon? I doubt it. Not now, not in the foreseeable future. And this whole story with this former lawmaker, she made some very startling revelation. That's why I would tell anybody, I prefer an incompetent leader than a leader with mental acuity problem. Because when you are a leader in name only, it means the political operatives will be the one running the show. Yeah. And when you have political operatives running the show, there will be conflict of interest among themselves. So that's how you can start saying a political hit job, because they are individual with different mindset and different objectives running the show. The president is just there in name only, but he's not the one. Look, I got to know this thing from the beginning. I was some of us said, under no condition or Joseph Boga can be an option for some of us, because I know the age issue, whether it was the health issue, but the age most especially, and that ability for the commander-in-chief to be able to multitask, to do so many things. Look, the presidency is the toughest job on the planet in any country, because you are responsible for millions of people you are expected to produce. One thing she said in that video, she said, I went with a clean mindset in a dirty workspace. Mm-hmm. And then she made something. She's very smart. She waited 4 months, because she know it's one thing when you're firing somebody, it's another thing when you're suspending. And Joseph Boaga government is being operated like a Gestapo state, like a mafia form of government, where they keep you in suspense, but they replace you. Technically, you are gone, but they won't tell you that you are gone. You just be waiting and waiting and waiting with no air inside. And don't forget, NOCAL is a very lucrative government entity, right? And she said something. She said, it's not a sole proprietorship. We got a command and we got a structure. How can the president write a letter and say that it was the board that recommended her suspension, but the board of directors never contacted her at NOCAL? Does that make any sense to you? So how they came out with a recommendation? That's what happened when your signature is on a rubber stamp controlled by other people. Because I know Joseph Boaga in his right mind will never do something like that. But there are people that run the show from behind the scene. That's why they wanted a Joseph Boaga president, because they know they will be in command. It cannot be him. Because the Joseph Boaga that I got to learn about, I haven't interacted with him, the name and what he did in government, the past, about his record, he won't be making some of these rookie mistakes. It can only come from the political operatives that are running the show, even though he's there in name only as the president. Because she said, even when it comes to the procurement, you got the vice president for finance, you got the comptroller. So when it comes to the financial aspect, she's the last. But then if you are investigating corruption, how can you skip the people who do the procurement and the people, the chain of command, and go to the CEO? So it means like the LSCC now is not only a watchdog agency, they are being weaponized to go against certain people in government. Because LSCC, if I cannot get a recommendation from the board of directors, and you're telling me that the president is calling for, how they call it, accusing her of corruption, for or corporate social responsibility? How can 2 million for United Party Women Empowerment be considered corporate social responsibility, but yet someone that want a DV cannot get some benefit from the government? I mean, then tell me, what is the definition for even the investigation or the corporate social responsibility? Because I know in my little man understanding, corporate social responsibility means companies want to have a positive impact on their stakeholders and the community that itself in general by investing in other programs to help people. It's not only about profit, it's all about the positive impact on society. So you're telling me you're going to prosecute a lady for some $75,000 car, even though it was procured before she even became the CEO. That's what she said. The draft budget was already in place. So how can you accuse her for $2,000, $75,000, but yet you are spending $2 million on Lofa County and Unity Party Women Development? You're sending money to Cape Man and Margibi County to the tune of $7 million. So you want to tell me that we will forego $7 million to investigate $2,000 or maybe how they call it, $75,000? Can you? It doesn't make sense. And the only thing I know from this revelation is the fact that the LACC now is instead of being a watchdog group, they seem more like a corrupt entity. Because if the LACC were impartial, she would not be the one that will put the light on for investigation. We're going to the board of director first. How you came out with a recommendation, which crime she committed, that's where you would start. But unfortunately, they flip the switch and they came from the top and then go to the bottom. Because even though she's the CEO, right, of the agency or the state-owned enterprise, but at the end of the day, when it comes to procurement, she's not at the top of the chain. She's at the bottom. So how can you go and investigate from the bottom and then leaving the people who run the show at the top? That's why I took from that whole 8 minutes video, Mabel.
Yes, indeed. So, Mark, let me join you also to respectfully to agree with you, especially when it comes to the issue of the LACC and that of the GAC. I think you are quite correct. Liberia now, they are a bit frustrated because, mind you, I think when it started new, people were hearing the LACC. They say, oh yes, they are working. Oh yes, they are doing this. There are a lot of investigations. There are a lot of fact findings and so forth. In fact, there are a lot of reports that have been placed on the president decks and so forth. But today, what we are now seeing is like, okay, let's mind our jobs instead of us now, well, or maybe doing what we want to do, or maybe it seems like, okay, let people send certain names to us that they don't want to see maybe in government. Among Mr. Cannon said that maybe because of the names, so that maybe we can give way for permanent rescuers, so that they'll be able to get jobs. So maybe these are things that we've seen, but Mom, it is indeed frustrating, maybe frank, that you will see the LACC after having so many of the reports been placed on the president decks and no persecutions, nothing been going on, no anything. All we hear is LACC will investigate. After that, people are crying. Just imagine 2 persons come from the government angle that are crying for justice. This Lily and that are Emma Glasgow, Emma Glasgow, they are saying, carry us to court and persecute us. Come and say no. No. So for me, I don't even know, but Mr. Karen, it is indeed frustrating, and we don't know which way we are going as a country. But I think Liberia has to stand up, like you are saying, because if you wait for these people, they will just come and eat all of the sales yet free of charge and go. For me, now I'm saying the entire thing, because that's what's going to happen. No more ACC being active, no more GAC will be into all of these things that we're seeing. Nothing going to happen. You are muted, Mr. Connor. Yeah.
So, maybe if a president can challenge the Constitution, of a president can challenge the Supreme Court now once, not twice, not 3 times. But if the president can challenge the Supreme Court endlessly, do you expect anything from LACC? The president, let me tell you something. The removal or the work that Joseph Barker did with the central bank, the way the central bank was removed, president was removed, suspended, and replaced by Joseph Barker's friend they used to loan money from. That in itself, that's the way to trigger an investigation from the so-called LACC. But in Liberia, the president also be investigated. Or president also be investigated. Do you know that Donald Trump was impeached twice as president? Donald Trump, as presidential candidate, he was found guilty with 34 counts. Biden was president, his son was investigated. In Liberia, when you are B-man, you can be investigated. You can be prosecuted. Especially when you are president, you do whatever you want. You know, at least the media, the only thing that people can depend on in Liberia right now, and not all of them, not all the media institutions, but at least we have some people with integrity in the media in Liberia. Some of them are, are partisan journalists. Some of them, they will see the wrongs today with Joseph Nyimabaga, but they didn't see any wrong yesterday with CDC. Some of them see they saw all the wrong yesterday with CDC, but today they are not seeing any wrong. But beyond those people, there are still some people with integrity in Liberia. And when it comes to journalism, when it comes to investigative journalism, the yellow journalists and other media people, now we know them, who are cherry picking, getting, listening to gossip from one government official to the other one, gossiping about each other, stealing documents from behind each other and sending it to, to them, giving them money to, to share it and making money out of that. I'm not talking about those journalists. I'm talking about real journalists that can investigate and they can ask the right questions. And most of those journalists I'm talking about, a lot of corrupt officials, they are afraid to even go and sit with them to have a conversation. So beyond the journalist, beyond the fourth estate, the only institution, the only power that we're depending on to take action when things are not on the right track, that was supposed to be the people. But it seems like they felt that Joseph Parker and the Unity Party control the executive, control the judiciary, also control the legislature now. And the only thing that we thought that's supposed to serve as the guiding principle was the Constitution. Now they care less about the Constitution. They care less about the rule of law. So the only thing that Liberia can depend on right now is supposed to be the media and the people, the ordinary Liberians. But they have managed, they have been able to somehow brainwash a segment of the society, maybe like 30% or 35%, to believing that holding the Unity Party accountable is against the people. They make them to believe that calling Unity Party out for the wrongdoing is tantamount to bringing war in the country. They make them to believe that if you criticize a president, or if you use descriptive adjective on the president, you're insulting the president. They make them to be blind, to be blinded to the extent that when Joseph Boakai and government people squander or misuse or misplace $30 million, $35 million, $20 million, $22 million, $41 million is not a problem. But yet, their eyes are very sharp to listen to allegations against other people for $2,000. Can you imagine? Moda was fired, even though that one behaving like a coward now, because people fighting for him, but you still believe that Joseph Boakai will have some sympathy in your heart. He's still being cowardized, writing some funny stuff, trying to stay gain sympathy for the Unity Party. Labra is so an interesting, country. People fought from Moda. Moda was wrongfully removed because they said $92,000. Joseph Boakai's nephew went and spent almost $500,000 on the Ministry of Internal Affairs. $190,000 on your own office. But he stayed there. He's not even working. But what that was removed. Sakuko then was removed. Where are we headed? So the bottom line is, Melbourne, until the Liberian people can get up and say enough is enough, Liberia will continue to go down the drain. Look at, people have no integrity. Look at this guy, Jeremiah Kuhn, who said by 2023, Joseph Boakai will be going down the hill. Joseph Boakai will not be able to make, sound judgment. That Joseph Boakai will be wearing dappers. That's what he said. He said he'll be wearing pamper. He said his father he was putting pamper on his father. When he reached Joseph Boakai age, so by 2023, Joseph Boakai will be wearing pamper. But Ed Amekin, because of greed, because of power, he went, everything that he said was trash. He went and not only supported, but he went and became the vice president. So
they said politics.
Who he said that the men bring going to be going down. So, and then Liberian people are there supporting that man, believing in that man, calling that man leader, even though he's a proven liar and a deceptive human being. So that country, to be honest with you, hopefully, Liberian people's minds will be changed to stand up for themselves, to know what is right, to kind of do away with this slave mentality that when you support somebody, when that person is doing the wrong thing, you are not supposed to criticize them, or you're not supposed to allow anybody to criticize them. And then you're obligated to support the person that you voted for, even they are doing the wrong thing against yourself. That's a slavery mindset. People who believe that their master is never wrong. And if you believe they are wrong, you can say it. So maybe Mon will have something to say, but I don't expect anything. So the question I will ask Liberian people is that, do you think Liberian people will ever stand up for themselves? Do we still have opposition among common Liberians that are really ready to stand up for their people? Maybe before I even let me ask you this question. To tell you that the regular people are the one actually enabling these things in the country. All the things that happen. That's why we tell people, say, stop the talking. Seek the vote from the people themselves. All the people, the 30-some lawmakers that were with the rule of law caucus, vast majority of them, their salary was seized. Vast majority of them, their position were taken away from them. For 6-7 months, neighbor, what happened to their constituencies? How many times you see people standing up for any of those lawmakers' district to say, we are going to go and protest for our lawmaker? He cannot be deprived of his right to represent us. He cannot be deprived of his salary. we voted him or her. How many of them you see that? It means that the people in the district don't even like, or they can stand up for their own lawmakers. Because most of the lawmakers, they were not elected holistically by those people in the district. Because when they borrow somebody from people from Morovia, you take them to, to the district, you made them to vote for you, they come back, they wouldn't went there to vote for $20. So they got no loyalty to you, and the people in the country, in the district, they get confused. Right? They don't know how you got elected over there. So they care less about what happened to you. It happened everywhere in the country. So hopefully, Labrador people will stand up for themselves, and the lawmakers and the people who are voting for elective positions in the country, let it get a vote from the people themselves. Don't go and buy vote and bring it to your district or to your county, and you don't expect anything back from them, because you know what, they don't care about you, because they're going to care about the next $20 are going to come today in the next election cycle. Then they'll vote for that one and they'll go. If they kill you now, they remove you, whatever they do to you, they are their business. If you didn't eat that with no money.
So Mr. Kale, quickly before more come on, from the last statement of yours, actually, I just let the way of Trocomon said trucking lawmakers, and that's just the fact, Mr. Kale, they are trucking lawmakers. Most of the lawmakers we have, they are not that lawmakers of the people. Most of them, they do transactions. They come right here in the national capital, take people from various districts here, from various towns, from various villages here, or from places here, put them on truck, carry them, time for registration, register these people, maybe getting $10 or $20, time for registration. Then after that, time for voting, they carry the same people. So it's like the main people who's supposed to vote for these people, they are not doing, they're voting. So because of that, they are not saying where you go, who beat you, who are you fight to, what happened to you. Nobody cares. But again, I think it's wrong. And I think our people, they have to take complete control of their district. They have to take complete control of their township and of their village and everywhere, because you are the direct beneficiary of the village, the town, or the city. If thing goes wrong, people are still going to look up to you and even question you based on what happening. So to sit by and say, okay, because Melbourne will truck and bring representative this, so that means when I ask the representative any question, no. So don't do that. Again, Mr. Cannon, to this issue of Liberian people standing up, let me be frank. You just said something, and that touched me a lot. The entire country that we live in, Mr. Cannon, the people who are standing up are the people who are struggling on a daily basis to even go to work, which is the media. We who in the media, we are the ones sacrificing our lives, putting the life of our family members, putting the life of our family on the front line. For what? For Liberia. And all of the advocates, all of the human rights, they are all group of people, they are other people, they are all the religious people, they are all the kind of people. Nobody's standing up. Nobody able to do what we're doing. But today, so for me, if the people choose to stand up, well, it is up to them. But I think maybe they sold themselves, so no way for them to stand up, and you said, because if you do transaction with your own life, you go there and give somebody give you $20 or maybe bag of rest, and you take the bag of rest, time for election, the party finish winning. No, Mr. Khan, you have nothing to tell me. I know I gave you rights, I gave you money, I gave you things for you to actually vote for me. You have nothing to tell me. So maybe that give conscience in most of our people. That's why they are not standing up. For me, now I'm seeing in some of the districts, some of the places where some lawmakers, they are not even speaking to their own people. There are no report, nothing. They don't even interact with their own people. That I don't tell you that the people, they sold themselves, because you sell yourself, so the street will also buy you. So the street buy them. They have no right to talk. For me, I have seen most of these things. And only the media, because only we now that can come here and talk. Say, yeah, thank you. Now all they can do for us. The same people, some of them, they even hate us. They will call on the media and talk. Oh, Sktv this. Oh, you do the one. The same people they're talking for, that buying one egg, $50. Buying copper rice, $50. Things price rather than the other US rate is $200. Corn here in Liberia, corn. You buy corn, a piece of corn for $50. You hear you talking when people talk for you, you get angry just because quote unquote the party that you voted for, they enjoy. So all is okay. But something that kind that's it. That more come up, anything then will go to the line.
Are you guys hearing me?
Yeah, we're hearing you.
Oh yeah. I mean, you guys say everything. You cover all the bases. It's nothing more. It's the people themselves. You can put the blame on the politician all you want. At the end of the day, the root cause of the problem is with the people. The people are accomplices. I have said it on the show more than 1,000 times.
Yes,
the politician only magnify what the people keep doing to give them power and to give them leverage. It's nothing new happening in Liberia. When you even go to the impact that were in the house, it wasn't on the same Sktv that we said if our Liberian people are really serious, they will go to the very congressional district and object to this stuff because that the only way the men will react. But nobody was able to go and say the truth. They knew what was happening. And so when people say they're calling for protest, like, you want me to believe a protest will be successful when people could just assemble in the local district and tell the lawmakers that no, go back under the gavel of the speaker. We will not accept it. Look, let me give you say, maybe if you live in District 16, and your lawmaker say he breaking away by going with the majority group. If the people of District 16 say no, go back on the speaker guy, what do you think will happen? I don't need Supreme Court for certain things. We don't need to get involved with Supreme Court. It's very, very easy. But you see it happening. Look at what happened in my country. It's not only about trucking, no, because our people have accepted this to be a regular style of living. So the politicians recognize that. It's a business, it's a game. That's why they will keep giving them, because I know one thing in life. The further you sink into poverty, the only thing you think about is survival. You cannot think long term when you're in poverty. You are only thinking what you will eat today or tomorrow, the latest. Nobody thinking 4, 5 years, 10 years from now. That's why they attack you and myself on Sktv than a politician. Why do you think they can attack me? And you saw we're talking about the technology yesterday, about the DSTV and the business model and how those people are profitable. But no, they believe that when they pay money for service, they should get quality service. But they fail to realize that politicians are also business people, and they who the customers are the voters, but they won't ask for accountability. Look at what the guy is saying in this video. I'm not taking her side, but from the explanation, it's a trend that's been happening from the LTEA to other places. Joseph Boakai and his government will keep you in suspense. That's how they operate. That's how mafia operate, because they won't fire you, but they know deep down in their mind that you are fired. And who you think making decision? The political operative in the Boakai administration, because he just there in name only. He won't make the kind of a decision by himself. The people who run the show from behind the scene, they are the one calling the shot. And for as long as they call the shot, my brother, like bro will know no peace until 2029. And I don't blame some of those opposition leaders that's also the Unity Party and CDC, because you can blame it all you want, but when you look at the reality, look, it sucks the energy from you. It make you not to even put up a fight, because it's like, why is the essence of fighting? Look at the people who I'm trying to.
Yeah, the people you're fighting for.
Yeah, the people who, because the people will get a politician that energy, that zeal. When you see people standing up for things that is regular, say, you know what? I think there is a reason I should take the lead and pour more strength in people. But when you wake up in the morning, you listen to radio, we're talking about people here, about the cost of living and how somebody making 125 or 150 per month. And you on the radio, they attack you, bullying politician. If you are a presidential candidate, what make you think you want to even just put up a fight? It will just deflect your ego, and it will just make you weak, because you know that the country won't be better anytime soon. And this guy will make sure they keep the system in place. That's why they can bet on election, because they know they have studied the voters for decades, and they know exactly what to do just to maintain power. And that's why we'll keep in this cycle for a very, very long time. And some people talk about generation. The one thing I know about generation, my brother, is one generation that prepare the future generation. So if the generation is worse, what make you think to say, oh, our children will do better? No, the generation that coming after the one will be worse than the one that is there right now, because you got to set the in any country in the world, the present generation is the one that can set up the platform for the future generation. So if you're telling me that this particular generation is worse, 20 years from now, it will be worse than what you're looking at right now, maybe. That's just where we are. So the future is just not good for Liberia, and you cannot bet on the future right now. It's just hard. No matter what, it's hard.
I agree.
Yes, so Mr. Carter, anything before we go to the line? Maybe
No,
people.
let's go to the line.
All right, 0770-203125. That's the number to call this evening. What's you on the thing that we've been talking about here this evening? Chip in with your own points maybe it's a thing that you want to say also pertaining to what we've been discussing here this evening on the SKTV show. Again, 0770-203125. That's the number for you to call this evening, and we'll be live on the SKTV show. Let me get to the line and pick our first caller. To this caller, good evening.
Good evening, neighbor.
Yeah.
Good evening to the other panelists.
Yeah, please move away from the monitor, please. We don't want to get any kind of terrible feedback. Yeah, go ahead.
I thank you guys for the show. There are two issues I have. The first one was addressing the sitting president again, Mr. Joseph Boakai or Joseph Boakai. I don't think we all want peace. He's our leader, whoever you elect or not. The excellent Joseph Boakai is the president. Giving that respect. The second thing, no saving for when Nima is Sakepi. When you say time for the Liberian to stand, who is he? Is he a Guinean or Ghanaian? To leave you and say it's time for the Liberian to stand? Why you can't let us stand together? Tell me, don't use the coast crew to take fire from the copper and keep your hand burning. All the sensible things you do there, no about this government, no about the Liberian government, you can't join us, let's work together.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Keep. Hello to this caller. Good evening. Yeah. Keep a call coming 0770-203125. So they're talking the men doing a nice thing.
So they will take the other callers. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. But I can't forget that thing. You will respond later on. Hello to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening to the listening public. There's the voice of Lasana Thomas Sankara joining the conversation on Twitter. I mean, I want to agree with the lengthy discussion this evening. I mean, that bureau is another place that's really giving God hard time. You know, during President we are time, the Unity Party share President we are the worst president in the history of this country. The share corruption and eating the country. I mean, things are getting high in this country. But today, if you look at the U.S. rate, it's 201, 198, 199. Nothing stable in Liberia. Corruption that I discussed before is eating Liberia and nothing the president is doing about it. I want to agree with Brother Steve that said that the generation today will set the foundation for the generation tomorrow. But this generation is being carried away by drugs. And the president went and took drugs test. I mean, he passed the drugs test, but refused to fight drugs. If you go on Kerry Street, Central Street, Ronald Street today, they are selling drugs and the people selling Grampy. In Liberia, if you can't allow, go there, Kerry Street. Even before the Central Street Police Depot, there are ghettos all around the depots. Ghetto all around. People selling drugs, and the president promised to fight drugs. I mean, Jeremiah Kuhn, the vice president, accused President we are importing push into the country during campaign. And today, President we are the former president. Why they can't go after President we are when he was the one importing push?
All right. Thank you so much. Well, they can go again. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, neighbor. How are you today?
Yeah, we're okay. Thank God for life. Go ahead, my dear.
My name is Mahmoud Sefu. I'm calling you from Broadville. You know, when I listened to the show tonight, and something once stated that the generation now is the one that's supposed to set the pace for the generation tomorrow. And because the generation now is wearing away, it's likelihood that the generation tomorrow, and really it brought tear down from our eye. And it is true, really, because you look at it that even before around the 80s, the late 70s, 60s, 70s, some of the little things that we used to call odd in the society that people used to overlook, for which they were not taken care of by government, they have all of it. I never knew, I only used to hear about opium, and that opium, it used to be like a kind of taboo. But because the government at the time could not be able to just put that at under control and then to get rid of it totally, it became something like people are doing it, they are normal. Now another stage of their account are drugs. Who knows tomorrow? There may be a drug factory in Liberia tomorrow when the children and they grow up, or there may be a kind of Zogo leader that will say, I want to become president of this country. So these are things that is really true. You know, so I'm worried about it, and it's something that really make a lot of. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Let me go to my Uncle Brian Tate. Good evening.
Yeah, Nebo, how you doing?
I'm okay though. Thank God.
Let me say thank you to Mo and Seku. I don't know if he did, but and Mona in Zoedro. You know, there's a word the president used on we are. He said we are or like autopilot. You know. So when we look and what Mo said, then he tried to juxtapose that very word to himself. Because if you have specimen all over in the computer and when they write letter, so you click the president's signature and sell it out and get huge sort of money, then it's very worrisome. You know, see the kind of revelation some of the leadership imperial agency corporations are telling us. You know, besides that you also see that GSC and NCC that are so active during the inception of this government. Now today you got your people there in various or position. So who do audit now? And are you people they coming to audit to be acted the same way? So they are slowing down. Who they will report on? You go to the marshal now to audit that we are people there. And President Waka are people there. You go to any ministry and agency now. If you find CDC person, then that CDC person, maybe he was working on like the CIA in we are government. And they were giving all the information, so they had to pay him back, or they got to pay her back. These are some of the situations. So yes, it's good. You know, sometimes we don't follow leader. The leader left power and say we squander your resources, and the same leader has been leader back. So then, what you think? Thank you, man.
Thank you. It is indeed frustrating. I'm sensing all of you, your voices this evening. Today's caller, good evening.
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Jacob O'Brien calling you from Liberia. Thank you very much for the SKT show, and let me extend my thanks and appreciation once again to the SKTV for making the Liberian people to understand the healing things that are going on in the country. And let me extend my greeting to my chairman emeritus, Mr. Benjamin Sanzi from the Liberty Party. Hello?
Yes, we're listening to you, Chief.
Yeah, thank you so much. I follow all of the discussion, and I'm one of the constant followers of
Thank you.
this show. But this is my first time calling on the show because every time I try to get through, no way. Yeah, but thank God, I was so much that today I was able to have given the opportunity to join the show to the point. We are understand every discussion that has been going on the show. But specifically, I want to speak to the local issue. If I am permitted, can I speak to that?
Yeah, go ahead quickly. You have 30 seconds, Chief. Other people on the line, please.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, I listened to the former chief executive officer, and she came up with some testimony and other stuff like that. But I would like to urge her to be very, very mindful for every information that she's giving about the rescue mission, because I use from the Liberty Party, I am part and parcel of the rescue mission. I pray that all information should be factual and she should have evidence to everything that she's saying.
All right.
If that is happening, then of course we will give credit to her. But if not, she will have a day in court to explain.
All right. Thank you. The lady is waiting to go to court. She's been telling you put your care out to court. Hello to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes. Thank you, Chief, for joining us.
I'd like to apologize for the irritating feedback in the background.
Yeah,
this
no
is
problem.
Tony Louis.
Yeah, Louis, I know, Chief. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm from Bushwale. I'd like to say hi to Mom and hi to Mr. Cannon. For me, I like to be blunt. Like, Mom, they can more you, Mom, the more you, Mr. Cannon, for in that city, bring Liberia will highlight the problem. I told Stanton Waterspoon, I say, all that problem you highlighting down there, they can take all that panelists from there, put new panelists that will highlight it. The economic problem, the road, the unemployment, the medical, the health, the education, the infrastructure problem, we know it. Liberia problem is the solution. if you take more financial improvement, I will have like hundreds of problems. You can even take the marketing.
Wow. Go up the line, and his cause have been humanizing you. But we stay into the humanization that some of you protest, if I protest against, that in the previous government get rid of the 3 days, but still we stay into that. Today's caller, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Moses Chu, and I call you from around the Road Junction.
Yeah, go ahead, Moses.
Okay, thank you. You know, I'm very surprised at some of us, the Liberian. You know, the problem I have, for me, I always say, that's why Liberia will not move forward. Somebody who does something that is not right, to call it an honorable or excellency. I do believe Joseph Baka is not excellency. Because excellency should be able to do excellent things. That's what they call it, excellency. But you are not doing excellent thing. You even don't respect the constitution of this republic. We the Liberian, we are not serious. So if Monk, I don't know that Monk or Mr. Kenneth said Liberian should rise up. That other man who has not understand that Liberian should rise up, I don't think he understudied the English that the man is speaking. The man is on Liberian, but he's not in Liberia in the first place. And the next thing is that you will not be the only person to get in the street unless consolidatively Liberia agree and understand that this country is being governed by a constitution. So anybody that take the cover of this country should obey the constitution of this country. We will not move forward. That's what happened to the House of Representatives. For me, I from River G. I do understand all the laws we come from River G, from the House of Representatives. There is no honorable man among them.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Let me move quickly to Pascal Davis. Pascal, long time. Good evening, my dear brother.
Oh, yes. Thank you. We're here observing the terrain.
Okay.
So, like Mon said, these are some of the reasons why many persons will be discouraged, because the people you even think you're talking for, they don't even love themselves. They are worse, even in the way they think. Somebody is telling you, let respect the man as though you have insulted the president. I mean, I don't know what kind of disrespect we are showing to Mr. Bwaka. If the president is not proceeding right, and we say Mr. President is not doing right, I mean, how is that a crime? I mean, how is that disrespect to the presidency? So, I mean, again, I don't know. For me, you know, you talk about the past an hour leg. I mean, why should we even give credence to those kinds of things? I mean, you selected a few stations and few guys who are almost nothing on the 9% lane on the side of the government, and you ask those same people to come and do fast check. I mean, what does that mean?
No matter.
Politicians, only radio stations, and these are the same people who are supposed to do fact check. I mean, what in the Western world that kind of thing happens? And how can we even give credence to those kinds of individuals? So for me, I mean, it's sad. But look, I mean, maybe see what is happening now. I mean, this just issue. How many of our brothers have understood that just has not just increased, but it's becoming very dangerous. Maybe make your comfort. Take control some of the community come to this kind of state. I will take you around to get tools and see how deplorable the lives of our people are. But mind you, this is the government that came to rescue its people. They elected to Swakoko, who said millions of dollars were taken from the social corporate development and gave it to the president and using it on the country for. When we talk about it, when other people talk money, so they say, oh, we hate the government. How can we hate the government that came to rescue all of us? I mean, ask yourself this question. Then he took over. When I see yesterday, I remember you couldn't start Joshua for putting life. Is that money still life that you planted? You couldn't start Joshua that you're breaking rules that have no economic dividend. So then you go, you grade one rule, you take a picture and post it. When we ask what are the economic dividends, you get angry. So we ask ourselves, where are we? I mean, where is the country headed?
All right.
You respect all the laws of the country?
All right, my brother. Thank you so much, Pascal David. Let me go to David King. David King, good evening.
Good evening, my brother Mabel. Let me say good evening to Paul and Mr. Kenneth. You know, it sounds laughable when I listen to some of the stooges and when they refer to Paul and other people are not being respectful of Mr. Waka. But I think when you say Mr. Waka, it does not in any way sound like an insult to Mr. Waka. All right, Mr. Waka, he used to call President we are Mr. We are, and nobody have problem with him. He's very sad. All right. So when somebody say Mr. Waka, I mean it's not a crime. But what Swakoko, the revelation for Swakoko, I think they should claim the attention of every well-meaning Liberian. Because this is our country money we're talking about. It is not Joseph Boga's own money. Because Joe Boga told us that he was living on loan. He never had money. He wanted money to be in his account so that he can survive. All right? This is why he told no. And aside for taking that loan, you and I were here, our $8 million was taken from the central bank and given to the very bank that Joseph Boga took money from, ARB Bank. And the money that ARB Bank today preside over our state power, which is the central bank. Joe Boga paid that brother for giving him loan with the central bank. All of these things are happening. So people will come and they try to buy from other people because somebody saying,
after that person, you should start the call.
All right.
Are being spent. That's not the proper way for our money to be spent.
All right. Thank you, David King. Let me take the call quickly. Good evening. Then we'll cross over to the team because Steve is here also. Wow. Yeah. Today's caller. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah. Go ahead, my dear.
Let me say good evening to the Excellency President Boka and your panelists. I somewhat take over from Prophet this is something. So sometimes I always come and seek what you call integrity or what you call people who come with equity to come with clean hands, right? People sit in an advanced country, society where it was united mindset. People recommended that society is better today. Moon still in all of Mr. Cannon, they are there living peacefully. In our country, someone had no journalism background, but what they do is to be sarcastic on the government, insult prominent people in society, but yet they want for this society to be better. Every day they come on the show and insult people. Look, so was the revelation or allegation against the president.
Hello. We don't want you to come here and say people insult people. Yeah,
let me tell you, and you can respond to him. Don't worry about him.
Allegation on the show, you don't let that to flow the way they want to flow. So sometimes they appreciate that game, but you
my man, go ahead, tell your own. Go ahead.
Oh, you are accusing us now, my man. So I gotta talk.
No, let me know my issue, right? On the show, everyone should understand.
But you've been talking, you've been giving you time.
Again, whosoever with me, someone who is sophisticated will not conclude and say, oh, yeah, they say it's true. Is that true? Are you a judge to give valid allegation? And be careful in the country. Whosoever you are supporting, we are said to you, we support the government and the president. It are coming for so we can scrutinize. It are better bringing for so we can tell you about history and integrity. With that, we don't get it somewhere. But the current show and being sarcastic, insulting people, you expect people on the show when I react. I mean, don't take that for anybody. They can pass up. They should understand that Joe was in the country. They say nothing was wrong on him. But they get a account for the people that are giving a kind of national response and different things. So those are his excellency. There are people in the country that are celebrating his success across the country when it comes to certain sector of governance. All of us should understand that everything is not perfect, but yet I think some percent is doing well in the country.
All right, thank you so much to this caller. Good evening. I think you'll be our last caller, of course, over to the team. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, Devon.
Yes, man, dear, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. This is a kid from the Bourgeois Island. Somebody want to question the president, that the president used money. Less than a year, Joshua built a condominium right on the Rocky Highway there. He bring even Nancy resident down. People say the president used money.
So the competition.
You are kidding me? Well, they not even get back to it completely because today they call the boss from the Nuka now. So she tried to prove and say, the president gave me money. One time she brought her idea. A president gave her money, or because they turn over for investigation. That's the reason she has brought her allegation. There's a sad for all.
All
You
right.
need to tell over to LCV for prosecution.
All right. So the civil competition now in Liberia that when you steal, it happens to steal. So this last caller, quickly, good evening.
How many last caller was that now?
Yeah, last caller. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Mabel, I think you people are not doing justice to us.
How?
Thank you. So there are some people who speaking their mind as to how the president is proceeding wrongly. But you can cut off the people and people who backing the president, new portion of the people that backing the president because they are unity partisan. You can't cut them off. You give them enough time to express themselves. Then you don't give somebody who expressing himself that feeling the weight to express themselves fairly. So at that point, you are not doing justice to all. Now to the issue. Like the previous caller said before the other chorus, he said that he respect rules and order. So somebody of the kind that does not respect rules and order, about an idea that if Liberia will move forward, we need to chastise somebody who will go against our constitution. Even you go in the village, those that are in the village, if you go there and you go against their rules and order in the village, that they will chastise you. So Joseph Baka, for me, that you people can say Mr. Joseph Baka, but it's Joseph Baka because he does not respect the constitution, that governs this country, which he is president of. So I don't call him Mr. I call him Joseph Baka because he behaved a street boy.
Hey, they made a president. Hello.
No, let me do the man.
Thank you. No, the man of the time.
All right, so Memo, I think we should get our people the chance to speak.
Yeah.
Whether they're speaking against us, they're speaking for us, or they're speaking against Joseph Boakai or for Joseph Boakai, and Lapo the fin. Unless somebody will say,
no, but I don't say that. I don't go against people. Don't say that because so long when you say these things, people.
No. I didn't say you do something. I said we should give him a chance. Listen.
I was asking him on the allegation of the message against us that if we come here, we can insult. That's why I was asking. I'm not cut you off. So don't say that before the thing that.
Give me a chance now. Let me talk.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're telling me don't say that. Don't say that. You understand what I said. Let's give people the chance. I'm not telling you to call anybody off. You're not calling people off. If somebody is saying some stuff that are not allowed on the radio, you stop them completely. But as long as somebody's speaking their mind, they will expect you. The same way you can listen to other people to finish and conclude. Even if they accuse us, let them flow. When they finish, we can come back and rectify them or correct them. That's what I'm trying to say. But if other people can come and speak freely and you don't, question them, interrupt them, when you interrupt somebody, they're going to say, oh, you're trying to, pick and choose. That's what I'm saying. Just to make you, if somebody's not speaking anything that is allowed, that is against the radio station or against our platform, you can cut them off. But as long as they're speaking their mind, they accuse us, let them accuse us, that's okay. When they finish, you can go first, I can go first, I can go first to set the record straight. I just want to say that. But before we go to Steve, because Steve just came, we have callers, waiting. We have Mr. Benjamin here. We've been waiting. Mr. Ben, go ahead and we'll go to Steve quickly.
Yeah, thanks for having me. You see, I don't know why I would feel like sometimes to say, "Oh, y'all come down." The medium from where that man talk, who say y'all come down. The medium was created by people in the diaspora, so that alone, that people in the diaspora are making way. But here's something that is very troubling. I listened to an interview with Francis Kofa, and I must say this. The Root of Law guys, they did very well. I've never seen Liberian protested for anything more than 2 days. These people held together for over 6 to 7 months. And the only thing that they needed was the Liberian public to come up and help them. And nobody helped them. But here was the troubling thing that Francis Kofa said in his interview. When that criminal asked him, he said, so what about the Americans where everybody, you know what Francisco said? He said, my brother, the people right here for here and they see everything that's going on. The only thing that was interested in that in the Americans were interested in was about their business. And that's the only thing they spoke about. So what they would be thinking about America, people don't really care. And these people will benefit when there is chaos. Democracy, they sat right there and they saw what's happening and they said nothing. And the librarian for themselves, nobody will help you if you're not helping yourself. At least people who have gotten in the street to support the Supreme Court. But guess what? You threw everybody under the bus. Today, the country is gone, and we got to stand strong because those boys will run cycles around everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, Steve, my man, your vote was clear last night. We thought you're going to come today. What's happening?
Sonny happened. I should have called you. Sonny happened. I went somewhere and then I got stuck there. But we'll talk about it after the show. I was there said when I text Newborn to please send me the link that was on my way there. I got stuck in traffic. But here's an issue. I want to agree with Ben. I've said it over and over. Let me say it on the show. Y'all can't get there with me again. Liberians, we are cowards. Let me say it again. Liberians, we are cowards. All that calling the way you're doing is useless. I don't care about it. It's not important. You know that when I come on the show, when I talk, people say the thing what they want to say. We are cowards. Let me agree with Benjamin Jonah. 100%. 100%. We are cowards. Yesterday, they freed the president from Gabon, Ali Bongo. They finally free him and let him go to Angola, he and his family. In Guinea, we saw one Pape misbehaving, and we saw what happened. In Gabon, we saw what happened. We are cowards. We the Labrampo, we just let them talk. We don't get mind. When you come here and talk about the peace in the country, what they call, they put them in for what you to be afraid of again. You not fight what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Me, I won't listen to the Labran call at 11. We will not open the land to Labran people anymore. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. They're cowards. They can't hear what they complain and they make noise. They do nothing. They do nothing. Your life is important. Your life is not important. Nothing what monks say about the next generation. I hear the other men calling, and tears in my ass. Shut up. Tears not in your ass. You let what's going on. You're part of it. Tears not in your ass. Tears are not in your eyes. The thing what monks say are true. And I've said it over and over. We have said it on the show. Your children will suffer. Oh, yeah. Who probably got our children on the side now? They're enjoying. Life is good. Let me tell you today. Life is good. Y'all been saying that there. You think America coming to rescue you? America ain't got time for that. Your food in there you got going on. You got one 80-year-old man running circle around you. You're saying that in the country. A perfect time Supreme Court rule. Joseph Bogakin the next day talk foolishness. You're sat on there. You're sat on there. You ain't doing nothing. And you can't call on show and you'll be wasting people's time. Who got time for that foolishness? Nobody got time for that foolishness. Your life, what's going on in the country, you love criminals and you love it. Me, walk on the show now. Those United Party partisans who call in and talk about, and your cost Joseph Parker, whatever it is, and your rule or whatever. I could care less. If anybody wants to say a rule, I'm not bothered by your, that's your view. Joseph Parker who support Prophet Q, who cost women, cost people man. Joseph Parker support him. Jeremiah couldn't support him. You're a bunch of hypocrites and I want to. Joseph Parker beat him. And I stand by that statement. Joseph Parker said, look, he's not a serious matter, oh man. Me personally, I could care less about him. I know he will not do nothing. I know he will steal. So at the end of the day, you'll say what I want to say. Me and my own way I got to say. The only thing I'm saying is I don't depend on the Labrampo for anything. They're not ready, Mr. Kane. That's all me I want to say. They're not ready yet.
Anymore. Maybe you okay, let's listen to because there were some of the callers that said some things that you disagree with. I want you to take your time and respond to them.
No,
Very,
actually, let me make
continue.
it clear. Yes, let me make it clear because some will say on the radio. You know, when somebody say thing and the person is still on the air, it's good sometimes that you quiz them or maybe ask them question pertaining to what they say or maybe to what they are saying. So when the caller call and said that we come here and just be insulting, so I said no, we are not here to be insulting people like you claim. And these are distractions, Mr. Cannon. So sometimes we got to allow these people and be able to just put them straight to the point and allow them to freely talk and go. People be thinking that indeed, as long as the people don't react to the people that mean exactly what they're doing. So I have no issue with anybody's view. I've seen somebody commenting, look, this country is for all of us. I have no problem with anybody's view as to what you want to say, what you agree to, what you not agree to. It's your business. We support, we not support. It is a choice. So the kind of what I'm saying is that, in short, when they come and they call and they want to accuse, it's better that we stay right there and correct this thing before they go off the line. So that's why I was just trying to make that correction before you come in. But I have no issues with anybody near the way, anybody in or when it comes to the colors. It is the right to vote for whosoever. I can always say on the radio, it is the right to vote for. Even Charter come tomorrow, they won't vote for Charter. That's the right. But allow us, we that will come here on this radio, to talk on the issues that affect us. Give us the chance, give us the adequate environment for all the talk. That's all. Well, it is the right, because some of them, they are better truck back to back from place to place every time during elections. So even you talk there now from now to let me be frank, Mr. Let me just say this to you today. Moving forward 2029, you and myself will turn from now to adjustment day. These people, they already know who they will vote for. They already know who they want. They already know who they will vote against. That's just their lifestyle. So for me, I think, yeah. So that's it. Nothing much.
Yeah. So that's good. The reason why we like to listen to them, there are a lot of people listening, a lot of people following. They are not stupid. Let me tell you something. If somebody call from Joseph Nyuma Boaga camp, or the party can come to lie on you or lie on me. People are not just stupid. They're just going to take that one and just run with it. No. People know exactly who they are and what they are doing. So don't be bothered by their sentiment expressed. Allow them to finish. When they finish, we'll come back. You and I have more time. They will not have 1 minute or 2 minutes, right? You have the time to debunk their statement. You can go for them one by one, express your feeling the way it is, tell them the truth. But if you don't give them the chance for the 1 minute they have, you're gonna come across somebody who is not tolerant, who's not giving them a chance to express themselves. We have all the time in the world to debunk them. When you finish taking a call, you can go first, because sometimes you have something fresh on your mind. You want to address them before you come to any of us, because you know what? You have the power to explain. You have the power to set the record straight when they lie. You have the power to say anything you want to say. They don't control that. You control what they are doing. So if you get them 1 minute, just allow them to use the 1 minute. When you finish, no more, no less. Cut them off. They thank you and you move on. So if anyone you are concerned of, you can note them. You can address that person individually, or you can address all of them collectively based on how you feel about what they say. That's the point I'm trying to make. But anyway, Mom, what say you?
Well, not much. I just wanted to respond to two of the callers. I think one was Louis. I love to engage Louis because he thinks outside the box. I think he understands this issue. Sometimes we can all get it wrong. We don't need to agree, but I think he says something. And then another caller who was talking about the lady is yet to face investigation. We are trying to jump into conclusion. No, we are not jumping to conclusion. We are telling you about the trend. It's not only her. It's not only about the statement that she made, but we've been seeing the trend continuously. And it's not the first time. It happened to the LDEA. It happened at NAFA. And now we're talking about NOCAL. So we're not jumping to conclusion. And the method of execution, like she said, it's just common sense that the LACC now is almost been like a partisan organization rather than being a watchdog organization. Because when you look at the structure and the hierarchy, that's what she said. NOCAL is now a sole proprietorship. It's a structural environment with board of directors. A president cannot write a letter talking about he following the board of directors recommendation when the board of directors themselves within NOCA won't even question the individual here that is under investigation. That's what we are saying here. So we're not jumping to conclusion. And Luis, the point I wanted to make is we can all talk about the problem and you talk about solution, but equally so when you want to find a solution, there are steps in finding solution. And the very first thing in finding solution is to accept and identify the problem first. In the case of Labrador, we don't want to do it. So you cannot, in that level, just come out and just talk. Sometimes we get recommendations, and sometimes people may not agree with Sktv, but even from the legislative impact, we had different opinions here, but there were tons of recommendations that came from Sktv or on any subject matter when we're talking about discussion here, all things politics in Liberia. So the idea that a market woman can name the problem, no, I know we can all name the problem, but even when it comes to finding solution, there are steps that are involved. You must define your problem. You should be very clear as to what the problem is. But in the case of Liberia, politically, like I told Melbourne earlier, they attack us more on radio than they attack people in public office. How can you make the case for those kind of people? Mr. Kana, Mr. Abner, you can take over, bro.
Mr. Kana, can I make my announcement? Can I make my announcement?
Why?
So, folks, there will be a reward. Today, I posted a question. Let me read the question quick because me, I like to work, very clearly with things. Today, I posted a question on my Facebook page. My name is Moses. Please go there and answer. There will be Melbourne is already. Mr. Kana, can you imagine Melbourne answer was invalidated because he afraid to call me? Yeah, I asked a question. Melbourne afraid to call me, bouncing around.
Me, I got an answer for it. I got answer for
it. Let me read the question now because people got
answer. So maybe we'll get a reward.
Yeah. So who's the question here is who's the oldest Liberian BM crook ungrateful with a record of being both a local and international liar? So that one question that folks, simple question, can I answer? We'll compare your answer with other people, and then guess what, Mr. Kane? We'll randomly select a winner, and there will be a present for that winner. So if you're in Liberia, when we select a winner, we'll put your name on there, and guess what we'll do? We'll tell you what your price will be. Let us how we can contact you and give it to you. So going forward, we'll be asking strategic political questions. So who do you think is that person? So go there and go answer, and we are looking at collecting the data.
So you didn't allow me to make my comment just because it is an announcement.
Yeah, please go ahead. I beg you, go ahead. Sorry, I just wanted to announce that. Sorry.
It's okay. So to the callers, all of you that can call and disagree with us, I say thank you. They felt that you had the courage to listen to us, to follow us. It means a lot to us. But some of you just got it wrong. Calling president by their name is not an insult. You have to graduate from that slave mentality. You continue to prove to the world that you are not mature, you are not intelligent, you don't understand politics. Joseph Boakai himself used to call George Mane Weah as Mr. Weah. He never called President Weah. I saw the video the other day. I didn't even know. I asked myself, why is it that all of a sudden all citizens calling Joseph Boakai Mr. Boakai? I didn't think it was a bad thing. I didn't think there was any offense to it, but I just thought to know exactly what's going on. So I found that there was a video Joseph Boakai referring to George Mane Weah as Mr. Weah. George Weah was the president. So it's shameful. It is shameful and very highly hypocritical for United Party president to even come here and complain about insult. When you have the kings of insult in your campaign, when you were there, some of you are paying money to Prophet Key to insult your real mother a man throughout for 6 years. And you were not even ashamed to bring him to your campaign. You're not even ashamed of having raised money for your campaign on that same platform where somebody's mother was insulted throughout. Hey, man, just yesterday, Joseph Boakai sent Prophet Key and Jeremiah Kun to Nima Country to go campaign where Prophet Key went and stood and insulted the entire Madingo community, women and their mothers. with woman cause. Will you hypocrite were good with that? You're fine with that. If you're talking about somebody insulting Joseph Boakai, nobody insulted Joseph Boakai here on this platform. We want to use some descriptive adjective to describe his action, his behavior, and his condition. Joseph Boakai is sick. Joseph Boakai is inept. Joseph Boakai is incompetent. Joseph Boakai is corrupt. Those are not insults. They are facts.
BM. Don't forget about that part. BM.
No. I mean, those are facts. We are not insulting him. Also, calling somebody honorable days, excellency days, those are matter of choice. Every day you hear American people, journalists, politicians, everybody calling Donald Trump.
Exactly.
Excellency, president, those kind of stick offense, we don't go for it. You can choose to be a stick offense. We are not. It's not a disrespect. For example, Musa Belete is my political leader. So now I'm calling Chairman Belete. So now I'm calling my mayor. So now I'm calling, Musa Belete. So now I'm calling Musa. But what's wrong with that? That's his name. Mr. Cummings, for example. Many times I used to call him Alexander Cummings or Cummings. I just make it short. I call him Cummings.
Yeah.
But respect him. So calling Joseph Boakai, if you want to be a sycophant, be a sycophant, but you can force me to join in your ring. You are who you are. I am who I am. But that's not an insult. Don't get it wrong. You can choose to respect somebody who respects themselves. If somebody who can respect themselves, you want to call them by their name without insulting them, there's nothing wrong with that. Joseph Boakai is involved in anything that will invite disrespect to him. He lies. He's corrupt. He's deceptive. You know about that.
He's a crook.
Country every day. He lied about everything, including about himself. At one point, Joseph Boakai said he was a parked race car. He was not given the opportunity to act. At the other time, he said he was the last person in the room with Ellie to make all decisions. Which one is what? Which one is true? Joseph Boakai came and told the whole world that Joey Aden came and left $20 million in their account. Joey Aden said $41 million. The central bank said $41 million. Joseph Boakai removed the central bank governor. Joseph Boakai told the world that Joseph Boakai, has a friend that gave him $30 million worth of equipment on a gentleman agreement. That turned out to be a lie. You sycophants cannot come on and agree that Joseph Boakai is a liar. That's the difference. So we're not going to be like you guys. We're not going to insult him. We will describe his behavior. We will inform the Liberian people of his actions, everything that he does, and the way he does it. We will talk about it. If Joseph Boakai doesn't want to be insulted or doesn't want to be criticized or hold to account, you shouldn't have run for presidency. If you're president, you are subjected to the criticism and scrutiny of the Liberian people at any time. Nobody has to call you His Excellency. Sycophants can choose to call you His Excellency. They can choose to call you Mr. Boakai or President Boakai. Whatever they want to call you, that's up to them. But we are not obligated to do that. And we are not insulting him. But, to close, we are on the radio station. So for you guys to come here every day and tell us, you're starting insulting the president, that's not good. We do that. We are not insulting the president. We want to make that clear here. We never, ever insulted the president. You know what an insult? You know what the insults are.
Prophet Kida, insult.
Yeah. That's insult, but you approve that.
Kesali in your office, that insult. Look at
that Kesali Gaba, man. That guy causing people.
Kesali working Joseph Boakai office as Deputy Minister for Press and Public Affairs at the Executive Mansion.
Yeah.
He's insulting a woman cause and insulting park cause.
Yeah.
You don't have a problem with that. That's the hypocrisy we're talking about.
Okay. Oh, Mr. Kane, I beg you 1 second, yeah. I know you told me to not call Joseph Boakai Joe Ball, but officially I'm resuming it today on the show. Let me say, I know we'll be meeting later on. You say no, I'm not doing it. But I will be calling Joseph Boakai Joe Ball going forward. You can get that. Joe Paul, wait, you're not, I know you're not left from calling Joe Paul because Mr. Kane will be there with me today again. But I'll resume calling Joseph Yuma Boaka Joe Paul going forward. You get this. Me, I think saying that I'll be. But anyway, with me, they don't. I know Mr. Kane will get very one.
Yeah. So just add up to Mr. Kane. Actually, that's just the point that I was trying to make. You just knew everything. You know, these are perceptions that people carry around about some of us. Even by the time we go places, the Nimbe measure Sktv, the first thing that comes to some of them, their mind is, oh, the people hate our government. Oh, the people don't like our. And when you do these things, number one, you put even the host life in a very serious predicament or maybe danger. Because when you go places, the first thing that comes to the people's mind, oh, we hate the government. In fact, we do this to them. In fact, no. This platform for all Liberians. Like Mr. Kane said, you come here, we gave you the opportunity for you to also come here with your view as to all these things that we've been discussing as to what's your take. But we're not come here to come and censor you to say you forced to agree with us or you forced to follow us. No. But all we are saying is when you are saying this thing, stop accusing us falsely. If somebody want to insult Mr. Kane say, I will go on my Facebook page. And the way I want to do that is my page. But here, I will not come here and be insulting people here and there. No, I won't do that. So that's what I'm trying to say. But thank you.
Let me clear up one thing. The only reason Sktv is continuously been attacked because the Liberian people want for Sktv to do one thing that we are yet to do, and that is to pick a side or to fall in line with the ruling party. That's it. It's nothing else. And you can tell it from the color. We are yet to fall in line. We are yet to pick a side in the classical, and we are not there cheerleading for the ruling party. That's it. It's nothing more to that. So get ready for more attack, Melbourne, for as long as you want to stay on the radio Sktv. Just be prepared mentally for that. I see you guys, man. We did a night.
But they're on the show all day. Let me just say one more thing now.
Oh no, hold on.
Okay.
It's not saying anything right now because I'm coming back again with a global thing. So let me say this. Melbourne, you said something that I want to agree with. Let me tell you, on my personal Facebook page, I make them to run away. If you can't, you cause my mom. If I'm in a good mood, sometimes I will let it go. But now in a good mood, you cause my mom, I will cause your mom. You cause my pa, I will cause your pa. You cause my wife, I will cause your husband. You cause my family, I will cause your family. As a matter of fact, when you come to my page, on my personal page, you insult my political leader, I insult Joseph Boakai. I don't even hold back. But this platform is public platform belonging to the Liberian people around the world. And we have a lot of people who are silent readers and silent listeners. They don't subscribe to all these political yama things that we do on our, in our Liberian society. We got other people. They've been calling us to confront some information about Liberia. We have leaders. We have institutions. We have government institutions that have been calling us to collaborate on information. So we don't come here to insult. We come here to speak truth to power, to enlighten the Liberian people, to tell them exactly what is going on, and to inform them about what is going on around and in Liberia and around the world. So we're not coming here to insult. They want to insult me. They want to see me take on Joseph Boakai and support them, go to my personal page. Because they insult me, I insult them. I never insulted them. I've never been the first to insult. I will always come. I make my case. I'll call Joseph Boakai out. They will get in their feelings. They will insult me. And then I will return the favor. But that not on this platform. This platform is a professional platform where we come here, we discuss issues, we discuss politics, we have knowledgeable people. We have people here who are very intelligent, they know exactly what they're saying, and we don't do anything funny. But if you come to somebody says we take time already. Yeah, when we're discussing regular issue, I don't take salary. Okay, when I take salary, when I come to defend my party, that one part. If you think, my man, you can't count the show to you can't join a party. Look at a man, so Alfred, my man, count on the show. I know you ANC, man, count on the show and be here and be defending your ANC. Nothing wrong with that, my man. But when it comes to national issue, I don't take side. I just will talk about. But when it comes to promoting the image of my party, I will do that. And I do most of those works on my personal page. But it will be useless on my part to sit down here, having the opportunity where I have thousands and hundreds of thousands listening without presenting the good image of my party. That's my right to do. You want to do the same thing, come. Be on Sktv and come promote your party. You want to be a Pepe Mama for free? Come on, man. See, go ahead now. You that keep late, me, I come and go there.
Yeah, Mr. Kana, I know we cannot go, and I agree with you guys 100%. This notion that Unity Party people came here and they always do that, it's also part of the effort to bully people. It's not just the fact that you want to distract, but it's to bully people. It's to print an image of people, whatever it is. And let me say this to the Unity Party partisans. I could care less about all of you guys who come here and say the person rude, the person disrespectful. I could care less about all of you guys. Me personally. No, it left from my one. It left from my one. I will go quarter with you any day, anytime. The only two reasons is because Mr. Kane always talking in the back and on the radio. But it left from my one. I really care about you. The person who you support is not a moralist. Joseph Boga is a liar. He's not a serious-minded man. So the person who you support, the people you support, got no morals. So for me personally, in my politics, oh yeah, I can go quarter in politics. The day will be on a professional level where they call professionalism. I live in both words. Oh, you ain't know that? I'm the only man I live in both words. I can go quarter with y'all. That's what I see you doing. I'm not going to curse. I'm not going to use curse word, but I will use adjectives to describe Joseph Boaga, describe your political leaders, and describe yourselves. That when you go and look at the mirror and you say, yeah, the thing when the guy say no. That what can be hurting y'all. Because we can use adjectives here to describe Joseph Boaga and his behavior. And I'm saying it again, Joseph Boaga is Joe Boy is the audience BM in Liberia.
But I even answer your own question now, and they say you want people reward people.
Say again?
How you finish? Are you going to reward people when you already finish answer the question on your page?
No. I answer on my page. That on my page you will go answer and will select the winner. Right here now, the platform is on.
So for following you, so you see.
Yeah, I go on the page. You can write it down on the page. Man, the computer will select the leader, the winner. Then I'm not going to select winner. Lead that story. And you go down there, you scare and nothing for you to go read me and then read it funny thing. Now why your vote is invalidated.
So listen now. So
no, you have not.
So we're not doing that, bro. We can reward all of can go respond. Okay.
People in the United States, in Liberia, Melbourne will not get reward.
My own respond there.
Yeah, I respond. No, Melbourne, let me tell you something. There will be two winners, one from Liberia, one from the diaspora. Better you're not part of the people who will win.
Have you seen Eugenia respond there? You respond to honor your post?
Eugenia has not responded. I asked her sleeping, she just woke up.
You know the answer.
No, she said she just woke up. They said she just woke up. Somebody told me she was.
She know the answer.
But why was somebody forced their own brother to answer the way they want to answer? That my brother answer there. So
and guess what, Mr. Kane? My Oma Yaseni, your woman Yaseni King on the show, King there too. Guess what she did? She added a Melbourne a vote were invalid. She got to go and respond correctly and appropriately. Look, let me tell you something, Melbourne. Look, Jack Donald Trump said the big beautiful bill. We got big beautiful price. We got a big beautiful price.
But the way he said that, I would have computer with select winner.
Yeah, that the computer got to select winner. That means select because I don't want to be biased. The computer will just select two people, one from Liberia and one from here, and it will be a big beautiful price. Big beautiful price.
Okay. Me, I'll go there. I'll go respond there. But anyway, thank you, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, but the current thing you gotta go. Yeah.
But you know what? Tomorrow, we're gonna have some conversation about CMC. Like Melbourne, if you are available. Personally, from the show, listen, let me say to you, not Sktv here. Personally, if you are available, CMC people there. We'll buy you gas. We'll buy you gas to count.
They will do it because your daughter.
I beg you.
If you can start tomorrow, let me tell you, CMC people will buy you gas. Because we want to be on the radio discussing it. Because in fact, Steve is not going to be on tomorrow.
Who said I never know?
Okay. Well, then, Steve, if you're on tomorrow, then that'll be good. Because I want you to be on. Yeah, exactly. So I want you to be on to ask all the toughest questions so we can answer it. Because we'll have CMC people on here tomorrow.
The Secretary General will be here.
I saw your Secretary General.
I think Secretary General will be here, all the chairmen, but one of them will be here.
I saw your Secretary General, in King for what, maybe 5-10 minutes, and you were answering questions.
Yeah, more.
Okay. But CNC people you never know. But the only thing about your CNC people, I will say, me, I will not lie. Me, me, I'm a child of God, I don't lie. CMC people, from what I've noticed about them, they get a very beautiful color. Oh. I listen to your song too. Your song is, it's top notch. I know that your national anthem, that your song is good. I like the song. I will say that. And you know what I noticed? CMC people, Melbourne, CMC people get some very, very, very good looking women. I'll be honest.
I will not come across over.
You look last night too?
After I'm crossing over, slow down. I got to appreciate the party for what I'm saying.
I need to recruit Alfred. Alfred and my brother, Jabu. I think Jabu, I think he's very close to being part of the CMC.
No, remember, I'm just telling you, as an independent observer, observing from outside, I'm looking at what's going on. You know that the same technique, the ANC Kingway, the Kingway, very beautiful women. But the CMC, they're not putting themselves together. I'm looking at it. No, I'm looking at it from outside. I'm looking at it.
But on the show, Steve, that song,
it's good.
The song is beautiful. I love it. It's so inspirational. So inspirational. But again, we'll be playing the song tomorrow when we come on.
Yeah, I think the ambassador been busy. They feature into with some.
Hopefully the ambassador will be on tomorrow.
To be honest, you know the partner get 5 women. I will talk it.
People already in stress.
I'm telling you, observing. They not get 5 women. I'm telling you, hey, that 5 women.
I don't know about that one.
Let me tell you,
look, no pay for the wicked.
Let me tell you, the ANC got 5 women. You know, they got Eugenia there,
No, but is it Eugenia saying? Because Eugenia jealous of Benjamin Jonah joining the CMC. Benjamin Jonah, when he put the CMC. And then now Eugenia accusing him now because of what women. Now what they make him. No. Because of the policy. Because of the policy. Don't stop accusing the man because of the policy.
I suspect it, man. No, to be honest with you.
The women competition now, still looking
What are you talking about? Women are powerful.
One of the political party too that's struggling for good looking women at CDC. They're not getting it. No, they're not getting it. I tell you, they're not getting it. I'm telling you, they don't have it. They don't have what it takes. Look, we are looking at it from the outside. We are looking inside. We know what's going on there. They're not getting it. They're struggling.
They are trouble. You won't look for to be an is now.
I'm telling you something serious. No, CMC got beautiful women. Look at Binta Berete there. Look, let me tell you, we are looking.
So are you looking above the what? Because
no, I'm looking. I'm looking technically and strategically. Look, we don't want no Kukutina when we see it. We don't want to tell you. I challenge CDC, all that beam, all that be making. Find them again. Women, they're not there. United Party, they're not there. So no, let me tell you, the average people can say yuku. In United Party,
I'm a Liberty Party people too. That's celebrating.
No, Liberty Party gets good looking women.
20 years today, there's nothing, nobody.
No, my man, Charlie Bronsky, she good looking. Charlie Bronsky good looking. Lala, you have said you as a deacon in that confession before. Lala,
she good, but we're looking for people.
No, socially you told me. Listen now, as a social agent, you told me.
They
mentor me. They make it like
let's go home. Let pack our load to go home, young man. Let's go home.
All right. I gotta go, gentlemen.
They boy welcome me to trouble. So we now agree, man.
Yeah, I can see the mental put Melbourne showing a situation you can't handle. How come
looking
good?
No, the man told me before. That time she was political. She was assisting stand-up bird. The man called me. The man said, "Look, as a deacon, I want to confess, Mr. Canada that day I was on my way to you. I still remember with the same time we're planning to go Philadelphia. The man said, "Have you seen
the woman age? No, but Steve, on a verse, you want to see the woman age. See her age.
So no, you said it.
The man told me that.
No, but Mr. Canada, we have beautiful. No, Mr. Canada, we have beautiful women. You just gotta say, and Liberia, a lot of beautiful women because of the age and so forth. We look at that lady who tell you that.
Ellen Johnson United Party. All the former women in United Party left. I'm telling you, everything I like go do it. Everything I like go into it.
I mean, don't make United Party put the top position all the former women now.
I said nothing there. I'm telling you.
Let me tell you today. These are things that when you do a campaign launch, that's the social aspect of the entire election. Another year campaign launch, when you see the whole play pack. I mean, they kind of more.
Really? Hold on about it.
It's part of the strategy. Let's say you want to get what name? Benjamin Jonah, who joined the party now. You think a Benjamin Jonah we're not going to see potential?
No. Benjamin Jonah is one of the most principal-minded person.
You see, Mr. Kane, let me tell you what you catch, Benjamin. Let me tell you what you catch, man. You remember that picture you're talking in England?
No, the man was in before that time.
Wait, no. The man was in the middle. He wasn't showing what I proof. So the man called me one morning. The man said, "My man, have you seen what's going on in England?" I said, "What's going on?"
Stop lying, my man.
I'm telling you, the man told me, "Have you seen what's happening in England today?" I said, "What's going on?" So I thought Manchester United were playing. He said, "My man, I hope we're discussing. Have you seen CMC?" I said, "Yeah, I saw a couple of pictures Mr. Kane posted when he arrived yesterday." He said, "My man, you not see it?" Then he sent me a couple. So when I look at it myself, I had to go verify on CMC page because I thought, I thought I was not laboring with me. But then when I saw Grace, Kakwa, I saw some other people there. The man said, "You see body? You see physical morphology?" Right there, I said, "We asked him whether you can sign with them." I said, "You can sign with them." But maybe my man will see you, man. Let me go on and put Benjamin in situation again. Folks, you have a good day.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Monitor people who willing to serve. The blessing that time and the effort are rest. The process of giving and getting the promise of them. The work with my life without fear.
I lyrical health. Master. Play Paris, who make on you. I can't ask it if you been you. Say my journey, Tina get I say my jamo. And yes, I know money. The more I get you. And you love me. The more I get you.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia.